Hello, welcome back. It's Shawnee, and I am just going to do a quick look with the Pat McGrath Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction. I did finally cave and buy it. I have a few moments before my day starts, so I'm just gonna hop right in and do a look. So I'm going to start with the Pat McGrath Labs Artistry Wand, and I'm going to use that to prime my eyes. Now, since I'm going to use some of her shimmers and special shades, I want to make sure that I have that primer on, and I think I will go in with this shade here. That one just looks really pretty. See it there. Kind of just want to leave it like that. But I will go in with a matte. I think I will take this shade here. Just taking a BK Beauty 212. Let's now go in with this shade here. I just want to deepen that outer corner. Give it a little bit of a spooky look. Boom. Okay, let me do the other eye and I will be right back to finish the rest of my face. I am going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is in the shade 7. And I'm just using that to give me a little bit of glow. Hopefully you can see it. The sun is kind of shining on me, which, you know, it likes to do. But I can't do anything about that right now. So let me just try to lean in a little bit so you can see. And I think I will use my YSL foundation. This is the All Hours foundation that has sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 30. Now, if you are sensitive to scents, this does have a bit of a scent to it. I'm just putting it on this little palette that I have from Danessa Myricks. I've got this tiny one that you can put like on a finger, and then I have this bigger one that I got from like Amazon. Oh, sorry. And I'm going in with my BK Beauty 101. Yes, 101 brush. Now, for some people, I know they've said that the scent for them sort of lingers throughout the day. I, for some reason, haven't experienced that, or at least I don't notice it. But if you are sensitive to scents, just be mindful that this does have one. For me, it kind of dissipates, but, you know, your results may vary. Since I started with Pat McGrath, why don't we continue with her? I'm going to go in with this concealer. Let's put a bit here. Some here. While I let that dry down a bit, I'm just going to go in and do my brows. Zip through that using the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow. I like the thinness of this pencil. Just feel like it gives me more precision. Now I'm taking the BK Beauty 109 brush. This is one of the brushes that they came out with as part of their expansion of the core line. I really like this to blend out my concealer. It's pretty much like the foundation brush, the 101, just smaller, and I really enjoy that foundation brush. So I'm glad that I now have one that is helpful for concealer. The foundation brush can blend out the concealer as well, but for me it's a little large to do that. And then this brush is a little small for me for foundation. So it's like perfect to have it for concealer. The sun is loving me today. I'm going to go in with my Oma Beauty powder. I've got Rich Tan as well as Honey. Honey is a bit lighter. Now this powder is one where you can just turn and the powder will be right in there. So another BK brush, this is the 113. I'm just going to tap into the powder and press it here. I'm going to go in with my Lethal Cosmetics face powder in the shade Zenith. I'm going to use that for a bit of bronzer. Have you ever had to do your makeup with like the sun or just something just like in the way? I mean, I can't really apologize for the sun because I don't control it. It does what it wants. Let's keep going with Pat McGrath, and this is her Divine Blush in the shade Paradise Venus. Another BK Beauty brush. This is the 104. Going into that and just applying that to my cheeks. Okay, now I want to do my lash line here. So let's go back into this palette. And I think I will use the two mattes that I used, this one here and this one, and I'll use that to line my under eye. Or lower lash line, you know what I mean. So I have a Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is in the shade Prima Donna. Let's see how this looks with the rest of the face. And then my last step is to use my finishing powder, and this is the one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 3. I go between 3 and 4. Sometimes 4 comes out a bit gray on me, so I like to use 3 more, especially since it's just like as a finishing powder. I'm not really looking to add any color or anything, and this kind of settles into my skin very well. Okay, chill out. Okay, so let me throw something on that's work appropriate and I will be right back. Okay, here is the finished look. We've got lots of Pat McGrath going on. I have on just a simple black dress with this little sweater thrown on top. Rawr. And that's it. I've got about 10 minutes before my next client, so it's perfect timing for me to run downstairs, get another cup of coffee, and start working from home. Hopefully some of this was helpful. I hope that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.